A study conducted by Washington, D.C. business consulting firm McKinsey and Company reveals that African fintech companies have made significant progress in the market, with projected revenues exceeding $6 billion by 2025. Here's our technology correspondent, Paulo Ndiho, with more. Hello, Paul.
Thanks, Esther. This growing industry has the potential to generate employment, development skills, create opportunities and wealth across the continent. To learn more about the implications of this development, we have Foster Akugri, a distinguished voice in Africa's fintech space. He leads the Africa business at Innovation Village in Kampala, Uganda. Hello, Foster.
Hi.
Welcome.
John. Thank you very much, Paul.
What brings you to Washington, D.C.?
For my sins, I'm responsible for market expansion for the Innovation Village. So as part of my journey to building a bridge between the two markets, I believe there's a market in the diaspora looking to build in Africa and from Africa into the diaspora. So that's my mission in DC.
Interesting. How big is the fintech market in Africa?
It's projected to generate about $6 billion by 2025. We've seen clearly trends in mobile money. We've seen some unicorns emerge out of the fintech space. In Nigeria today, technology and financial fintech services are contributing significantly, almost 20% to its GDP growth. In Kenya, we've realized how financial inclusion has drastically closed up in terms of technology implementation in these areas. And I believe that it definitely speaks for itself.
Who are the leading companies, or what are the leading companies in this space when it comes to maybe especially in Africa?
I think currently the largest footprint or largest impact you see today is M-Pesa, which started the trend of mobile financial services. You see MTN mobile money today dominating in markets like Ghana. You see Flutterwave as a non-mobile financial services organization, a non-telco, playing significantly in connecting Africa to the rest of the world. You see Paystack, the others are gradually catching up and contributing to closing some of the gaps where these big companies don't have the room to accommodate these small innovations within cross-border payments, etc., etc.
Foster, you've been both in West Africa. You understand the West African market. Currently, you are in the East African market. How are things looking on the ground when you talk to young people? How are they leveraging this technology?
There's a wave of people starting to understand how technology plays a key role in participating in the global economy. From the creative economy, you find more of people adventuring into freelancing, where they're able to sell their skills on Upwork, on freelancer.com, etc. in the global markets. In local markets, there are similar platforms. Even within our organization, we have a platform called Tukole that allows craftsmen to sell their skills on the marketplace online. You find so many software engineers also working remotely from Africa for the European and American markets. And these trends are clearly showing a direction of young people realizing that if I can't get a job in the traditional setting, then technology is the way to go. Thankfully, we have the YouTubes, we have your Google Digital Skills programs, and all the many other technology institutions that are providing training for people to catch up and take advantage of the opportunity technology presents.
Very briefly, you're attending the Africa Fintech Summit here in Washington, D.C. What's your pitch?
So I'm there contributing on a panel on fintech and its impact on climate change. And secondly, judging a session on climate change as well. And for me, ultimately, this conversation, which is leading to the main FinTech Summit in Nairobi somewhere in September, is to drive that conversation in the diaspora about the opportunities presented in Africa, and also to get the temperature in the rooms here, because you realize majority of investment into the FinTech space in Africa is driven here in the North America. And so conversations like this garner and give people confidence to keep pushing more resources, but also most importantly, understand the type of financing that African businesses need to thrive.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time. Foster Akugri leads Africa business at the Innovation Village based in Kampala, Uganda. Back to you, Esther.
Paul, thanks. Be sure to join Paul Ndiho every Wednesday for another tech segment on Africa 54.